What is going on, boys and girls? It's the one and only, the Black Avenger, aka the Black Azrael Lee Sanders, coming at you with some breaking news for this Tuesday evening, February 17th, 2015. Big news right here. If you're a TNA wrestling fan, Samoa Joe and TNA Wrestling have apparently parted ways, believe it or not. Samoa Joe wrote the following on his official Twitter account just a little while ago. This is about maybe 45 minutes ago. Direct quote: I have decided to part ways with Impact Wrestling. My very best to them moving forward, and my eternal thanks to the fans. One can only wonder the circumstances for the two parties to say, all right, well, maybe it's best if we part ways. All right. Bon voyage. Bon voyage. Take care. You too. Thanks. Thanks. Now, if you've been following the career of Samoa Joe, which I know many of you have, those of you that may not be familiar with his work, Samoa Joe has been a cornerstone of the TNA wrestling organization since 2005. From the moment that he made his debut and was just doing that insane undefeated streak. I'm proud to say that I have been following the career of Samoa Joe practically since his TNA wrestling debut, right on up till he got that infamous headbutt by Kurt Angle. Remember when Kurt Angle made his TNA debut? He did that nice, good headbutt to the face of Samoa Joe. Joe was just busting blood all over the place. It was a great moment for TNA fans, great moment in TNA wrestling history. You think about the numerous feuds that those two guys had together. You also think about his feuds with Jeff Jarrett, which culminated in him becoming the TNA World Champion, to being part of the original Main Event Mafia, to being in various feuds. Within recent years, he ended up teaming up with Magnus and then also feuding with him after the fact. There was also a resurgence of the Main Event Mafia. From there, he had various feuds again. Eventually, he became the X Division champion. You all remember that. That was like one of the last things that went down as TNA Wrestling was still over on Spike TV. Unfortunately, he had an injury which resulted in him relinquishing the X Division title. And then when TNA made their move to Destination America, Joe would eventually come back. He would be part of the new stable, the Beatdown Clan, which is led by MVP. One can only wonder now with the future episodes, how are they going to be able to address Samoa Joe's exit? Did Samoa Joe film some type of footage so that he can have an exit, something that would explain his character no longer being part of the BDC, or are they going to have to do some type of improv? We will know in the weeks to come, as now the way these episodes are coming at us, I mean, they're taped, but just a couple of weeks ago. It's really not that old. So we'll know in a little bit what's going to be going on. I'm going to have more reaction to this news and give my thoughts on the body of work of Samoa Joe in TNA Wrestling and answer the question, what's next for Samoa Joe? And I know we're probably going to have a lot of people that's going to scream, well, maybe he's going to go to the WWE. I don't see that being an option given the fact that Samoa Joe is starting to kind of get up there in age. I'm not saying as a result of that age that he's not workable. He's not that type of clay that WWE can mold and everything. I know some people look at Rusev, and some people feel that when they look at Rusev is, to some fans, and I'm not saying this is just how some fans feel, Samoa Joe is basically when you look at Rusev, he reeks of Samoa Joe, only he's younger. He's like a watered down version of Samoa Joe, is how some people feel. But with Samoa Joe at the age of 35, I mean, he's still relatively young. Could he maybe end up in WWE? I don't know, boys and girls. Does WWE want Samoa Joe? Would they be interested in Samoa Joe? I don't have those answers, but I tell you what, I'd love to know what you all think about this huge announcement. So post your comments down below. You can also interact with us throughout social media. We'll follow up on what you all have to say on a new live radio edition of the RCWR show, which you'll be able to catch tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern on Spreaker.com. And you want to check that out because I have a really great conversation with HBK, Shawn Michaels. Not to mention, we're also doing a really cool contest for you guys. Piggy on back as we have a video that gives you all the contest details on that. But join us for that. We'll definitely talk more about Samoa Joe, include you all's feedback from this big announcement. I must admit, it took me by surprise. I did not think Samoa Joe would part ways with the TNA organization. Definitely something that just came from out of nowhere. Very interesting that it is. I am definitely going to be staying on top of this, and hell, I'll do one better than that if we can maybe reach out to Samoa Joe, see if he'd be willing to do our show. Who knows? I'm sure he's probably itching to maybe get some stuff off his chest, talk about his time there in the organization. Who knows? But we'll wait and see. Hey, if it's your first time checking us out, love to have you subscribe to us so you never miss out on all the great content we do for you here on a weekly basis, whether it's breaking news like what we're doing right now, or we have some really cool reviews and some fun and insightful interviews. We got a little bit of something for everybody. So hit that subscribe button so you never miss out. Join the 10,000 strong, or I said that wrong. Join the 10,000 plus strong subscribers here on our YouTube channel as our community continues to grow on a daily, weekly basis. Until next go round, please be safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. We'll see you next go round. Do take care.